Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions, Aperon, Tuala, Simph, Secuna, Maroon Studios, and Aim High. Check out our partners in the description. Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, where we interview Filipino startups to know about their stories and innovations. Andito tayo ngayon sa Coastline 5023 DOST UPV Fisheries TBI in Miagao, Iloilo to interview its startup incubators. We have Green Solutions PH, where innovation meets sustainability, and its founder, Sir Ian Fred Solas. Hello, sir. Kamusta?
Good morning po. By the way, I'm Engineer Ian Fred Solas, founder and CEO of Green Solution.ph, a waste-to-energy company specialized in producing biofuel from landfill waste, market waste. And right now, we have a product like a VCO and the CME, the coco metal ester. Green Solution expand to Palawan, Mindoro, and lastly, this week lang ang nagmawa signing kami sa isang LGU ng Palawan. The whole Palawan and some tribes po ng like Cuyunin tribe na Palawan, nagkaroon po kami ng MOA for the extraction of VCO and CME. So we've started from IF Green Technologies, nag-pivot din kami from algae biodiesel. Doon kami nag-start on how to produce biofuel from a certain raw materials. Kaya nag-explore kami because it's need talaga, like sa amin sa Bacolod, especially lalo na sa basura. Right now, Iloilo, Bacolod, parang nagkaroon na po ng idea na parang minimitigate na nila yung basura. So, from used cooking oil, nag-explore kami sa landfill waste through pyrolysis, and CME right now, meron kaming isang pending na IPO for the Malabar spinach, or they simply called as alugbate. So, ini-extract namin yung oil, then convert in biofuel also.
Siguro, sir, para lang din maano natin yung kahalagahan ng sustainability. Kasi yun ang focus now ni Green Solutions PH, no? So, where innovation meets sustainability. Sir, can we know more about yung problem talaga of the world and maybe of society, why we need sustainable solutions? Ano ba yung, like, for example, with what you said, the in landfills, ano?
Yes.
So, ano ba yung problem natin talaga sa waste?
First, actually, ang idea po ng nagkaroon pa kami ng sa Green Solution on how paano namin na-create yung Green Solution. Nakita namin number one na problem is in Bacolod. Basura. Power. At ang mga market waste po na nakandara pa lang doon. So, sa tatlong pa lang na nakita ko po, nagkaroon po kayo ng idea on how to convert from yung problema into a solution. Which is, nagbigay din sa akin ng opportunity, which is, yung first na startup company ko is IF Green, parang nagpupush sa mga barangay ng urban farming at naging partner ni DILG Bacolod City as well as the DILG Region 6. So, yung product pala ng mga market waste, it can be converted into biofuel. So, not only that, hindi kami nagsastop. Because when you are a startup, kailangan i-widen mo yung ideas mo on how to gain more. Saan ka doon na area kikita? Kasi baka itong isang area na to, mag-fail ako dito, di ako balang araw magsa-stop yung market ko dito. Wala nang income yung startup ko. Dapat hindi. Kaya nag-startup tayo to widen our ideas na mag-explore pa more. Kasi yung aim po namin is to scale up. Kung, like, for example, sinanong mo yung sustainability, hindi ka magsusustain kung yung produkto mo, limited lang ang resources mo. For example, sa landfill waste, nakukulang ba tayo ng basura? Hindi naman. Padami ng basura.
Palala problema ng basura.
So, one more thing na i-add ko po. Kung ma-convert po natin into such a product din, came from a problem, talagang malaking impact yun. Lalo na dito sa atin. Sa isang city na may problema ng basura at binigyan mo ng solusyon na i-convert ito ng biofuel or through pyrolysis system at i-fuel mo sa isang generator na mag-supply sa isang barangay, parang na-solve mo rin yung problema ng intermittent brownout dun sa amin.
Galing, gets. Oh, okay. So, So basically sir, dalawa yung ano to hitting two birds with one stone.
Correct po.
Ang dami ng basura sa mga landfills. First of all, landfills basically diyan naiipon yung basura. May it even be biodegradable, pero naiipon sa landfills and may mga
Yes,
times na matagal pa yan bago mag-degrade talaga. So
yes.
naiipon dun. And pag pag umaapaw na siya, nagiging problematic siya sa city, sa
Yes.
neighborhood dun,
Lalo na sa mga watershed.
sa watersheds
Opo,
lalo na. And then may problema din ng power sa mga kumbaga brownout, kumbaga.
Yes, oo.
And I heard magkakaroon ng brownout mamaya later dito so
Yes.
maapektuhan ang
Opo.
ating live stream. But anyway, so yung dalawang problem na yun, may isa palang solution. Dito may overwaste, dito may underpower.
Oo.
So yung over ng isa ay mag-fulfill ng under ng isa. Pero siguro siya pa-clarify lang kasi baka medyo abstract for others yun eh. By waste sa landfills, and you mean market waste ano yung mga pwedeng pagkuhanan dito ng biofuels?
Actually, sa green solution, sa market waste, ini-extract namin yung vegetable oil kumbaga. But not all market waste can be converted into oil. Kasi meron namang ibang vegetable na wala talagang oil. Pero parang kinocompress na namin lahat to secure na meron talaga makukuha doon. Sayang kasi. Then yung mga solid waste niya sa market, kino-convert into fertilizer. Sa Bacolod po, I'm very thankful kasi yung talagang yung mayor is medyo may yung direction niya rin. Parang nag-a-align sa amin na kung anong wish namin na nagpatayo siya ng bird complex para dun sa landfill management. So parang exemplary or something na medyo may ka-advance siya compared dun sa mga ibang mayor na hope so na i-replicate din ng ibang city. Kasi kung makikita mo, hindi lang nagbibenepisyo yung isang syudad at mga community, but still kino-collect mo pa. Parang nakikita ko na kung masimula na yung birth complex ng Bacolod or the integrated waste management complex. Parang nakikita ko makukulangin ng basura na i-feed mo doon sa pyrolysis or something na i-convert nila into a newer product. Kasi parang nare-recover mo pa yung pwede mo pang i-use and recycle kaysa doon na lang sa landfill na Parang kung meron kami 20 tons per day na basura, kung meron kang dalawang machine na 20 tons na i-feed mo, parang wala ka nang ilalagay doon. Kung hindi naman lahat 20 tons yung average na ilalagay mo, i-feed mo doon sa pyrolysis machine mo, the tendency is parang bibili ka na sa ibang neighboring cities para i-feed doon sa generator, lalo na kung mag-add ka pa ng another 10 tons. So you will require 10 tons, parang kukutin mo yung landfill. And that area, nasabi ko nga, yung landfill, pwede na rin i-convert into solar panels kasi for how many years yan hindi magagamit.
Yung space.
Yung space, kasi, di ba, most probably mayroong emission ng mga methane gas. So, hindi matutubo yung yung for how many years pa yung mga tanim.
Yes.
So, it can convert into solar panels or some renewable also na makolect mo yung methane gas na something na doon sa landfill.
Grabe, ang dami na solve nito less yung waste, yung landfills, mababawasan siya or maubos siya. Then, ma-open up yung space for other uses and ma-solve din ang power problems.
Yes.
Pero sir, paano siya nag-work basically as a solution? So, parang basically, kukunin niyo yung waste sa landfills. And solid waste basically, na parang lahat ng waste, as in, yung mga nabubulok at di nabubulok, kukunin niyo yun. And then, may extract na dun yung pwedeng oil or turning to biofuel. So, paano ba sure, paano nangyayari yung process dito?
Sa Bacolod kasi iba yung proseso. Nagpapasalamat din po ako sa Benro because they have an idea na on how to collect market waste and the solid waste. Una, yung consolidated na kasi, yung market waste iba yung kumukuha. Dinidiretso sa isang facility na convert into composting na yung ginagamit din ng Bacolod for the urban farming project.
Okay.
So, ang Bacolod ngayon merong kaka-launch lang po ng Bacolod Sprout. I'm very happy. Congratulations pala sa team ng City Planning and Development Office through Dr. Jean because she was invited me na mag-join as a consultant and a partner also for this project, yung urban farming and urban greening also ng Bacolod. So, one way din na maximize namin yung usage ng project ng Benro through Black Soldier Fly. So, una, yun yung naging trabaho namin. Na ko-convert yung waste into fertilizer at yung sobra. Dati ako pa mismo personal nagko-collect ng basura doon sa sa market waste. Minsan binibili ko pa. Nabigla na lang ako na kine-collect na pala ng Bacolod.
Okay. So,
Doon ako nag-join, and si Mayor nakita niya yung oportunidad na pwede palang i-convert into biodiesel yung used cooking oil. Bumili din siya ng 3 machine. Dati ako yung nag-ooperate, and right now we're reviving it na doon na sa bigger na na areas.
So talagang to sir, working with the government talaga to. Working with the LGU din, kumbaga, na parang in partnership sa kanilang urban greening efforts
Dapat,
nga.
kung gusto mo mag-scale up yung ganitong industry, kailangan partner mo. Kasi you're looking into not only in community, you're looking into bigger scale, like city. Buti na lang na yung Bacolod is highly urbanized. Nakita namin marami ng high-rise building, pa-improve yung area namin, yung highly, kumbaga, that's why nagtag sila ng super city sa Bacolod. It's because nakikita namin yung investment papasok. Kung iisipin mo, kung papasok yung investment sa Bacolod, dadami yung tao. Meron na tayong bagong university, that's Normal University. Mag-a-add na naman ng 5,000 student. Nakakain, lunch lang. Kahit lunch na lang. Hindi pwede nakakain. Additional na papakainin ng Bacolod. Saan sila kukuha ng pagkain nun kung hindi suportado ng agriculture din yung That's why na yung project, parang nagkaroon ka na ng fertilizer dun sa mga urban farm na target ng Bacolod, which is very, very intelligent po yung move ng mga department heads ng Bacolod City. I'm not praising them na dahil na nandun ako, pero nakikita ko talaga na pwede pala i-replicate into some cities din. And I know, dito sa Iloilo, nagko-compete sila. Iloilo has integrated sustainable waste management also. And isa din kami nagbigay ng alalay on how to put up this project, pero na medyo advanced lang yung Iloilo. And lastly, nung I think 2 weeks ago, Bacolod also inaugurate the birth complex, which is advanced sana. 2 years ago pa yung pinalano, pero this year lang po na-launch. Pero very, very active po kasi nakikita namin how important it is. Yung mga waste management measures, at the same time, yung nag-fit in din kung anong direction ni Green Solution.
Yung pala nito, sir, so yung extract nga, yung makukuha nga na biofuel, so saan naman siya pupunta? Saan naman siya mabebenta maybe, or sino yung gagamit ng mga yun?
Actually, yung main objectives namin, nung nag-start ako ng Green Solution, ang inisip ko is not only for farmers pero naisip ko rin na kung gagamitin ng farmers, ilan lang yung machineries na diesel, mostly gasoline.
Gasoline for their machines.
For their machines. And also, yun na fuel. Pero, mas pinahalagaan ko po yung mga fisher folk sa amin. Because kung iisipin mo, hindi sila papalaot
for their boats,
kung walang fuel. Kasi 80% of the capital came from the fuel bago sila pumalaot. Kahit gutom sila, papalaot yan. Kasi pag nakakuha sila, meron na silang, kahit kanin lang yung baon, talagang papalaot yan. Pero pag walang fuel, wala silang capital, hindi sila makakapalaot.
Ayun.
Yun ang naging direction na yung beneficiaries namin, farmers and fisher folks.
Apat na pala ang natutulo ang kumbaga solution value ng innovation na to, no? Yung landfill, ma-reduce, ma-empty, yung space, ma-gamit, yung power interruptions, ma-solve, and yung farmer and fishermen din, meron sila mas access sa fuel para mas makapagtanim at makapagpangisda sila.
Yung mga sector na kailangan namin lalo na meron kami na add na isang client is yung modernized jeep. But it's a very big question pa. It's kasi yung certification namin nakahang doon dahil sa mga test. Kailangan mo i-prove talaga yung product mo nag-work. So protectionan mo rin kasi malaking investment kung sa modernize.
And then uso na yan ngayon. Ang dito nga sa Iloilo, actually papunta dito ay road na yung mga modernized na mga jeep,
aircon na.
Minibus,
minibus na.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. for as low as 5,000 pesos per month. You get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Sicuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Ayun, sir. Amputan naman natin yung parang stories behind kasi maybe second startup nyo na to, no, na,
Yes.
and you have a rich background in technology and engineering. So, siguro, sir, pakwento na ng onting background about yourself, maybe backstories. Ano nga ba si Sir Ian? And then, paano kayo, sir, napunta sa mundo ng innovation and startups?
I'm a graduate student of Technological University of Philippines, Visayas.
TUP,
Oo,
Visayas.
as an electrical engineer, I proceed my engineering degree sa University of Negros Occidental. At nag-mix po kasi nung time na yon parang hindi ko pa natapos. Nagkaroon po ako ng personal problem. So, but still, habang nag-work ako, na-continue ko pa rin na natapos yung degree ko as an engineer. Then, pumasok po ako sa corporate world. Ilan yung companies na pasukan ko rin. Kasi I'm searching for my career. Nasabi ko kung like nag-start ako sa isang power distribution. Parang hindi po nag-fill in yung kasi hindi naman marami pero may mga tiyuhin ako nandun sa ganong industry. Sa Bacolod din. Then I explore abroad. But sad to say, parang hindi kasi yung mga kapatid ko nasa abroad. So, pwede na ako matulungan. Tatawagan ako na, dito ka na lang magtrabaho. But, hindi po umasok sa akin na mag-OFW. Parang hindi mag-fill in sa akin talaga yung areas, babalik ako ng Bacolod. At hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin. So, I work in car industry also. I've started in Alabang. Then, as a service advisor sa isang brand po ng company. Then, technical advisor din. At nalipat dito sa Negros. At na-assign pa ako ng Iloilo. Tapos, nag-transfer sa isang malaking company na sa aviation, which is Lufthansa.
Oh.
Yung nagbigay sa akin talaga ng leap on my career. Kasi doon na naging tire inspector ako sa gulong, pneumatic inspector. And it's very important pala yung key role mo kahit doon ka. Hindi tatakbo yung yung like sa gulong na ako ng eroplano, but hindi pala aalis yung eroplano pag hindi mo na-inspect. So may mga checkpoints 'yon.
Yes,
so
of course, kailangan
naging kagandahan lang on how ay may mga turning points sa buhay ko na kailangan ko improve pa. That's why bumalik po ako sa car industry, which is located in Negros. And opportunity, nakuha po akong isang head doon sa isang departamento. At doon, parang nung time na gusto ko parang habang nandun ako, meron talaga akong i-explore. Gumagawa ako ng bagay like sa aquaphonic system. Doon ako nag-start. Na tinatawanan na, even though, I know, na nanonood sila yung mga workers ko doon sa car industry. Sa likod yan ng tinatrabahuhan namin, meron dyan parang nag-rent ako ng bahay na doon ginagawa ng mga OJTs ko. Mga tuturuan ko sa kanila kasi merong nagpapagawa sa akin ng mga aquaphonic system. So, parang naging hobby. Then, somehow, way back 2018, nagkita kami ni Sir Eric Maluoy ng TUP. Nag-usap kami. Sabi ko nga, ini-endorse ko yung isang company ko, yung charcoal briquettes. So, yun ang first ko na sanang business na ipapasok as a startup company. So, hindi. Sabi niya, meron na yan. So, okay. So, siya din nagsabi, what if yung yung aquaponics mo ipasok mo? So, parang doon din ko na challenge, paano ko pala gagawin tong business? Hobby lang. Tapos malayo sa degree na pinag-aralan ko compared doon sa practice. Kasi at that time, di ba, di pa pumasok yung plant dito, plant dito. Hindi pinapansin yan yung mga hydroponics, pero matagal na yan. Yung aquaponics system, matagal na yan, pero hindi yan pinapansin. Nung time na nag-start ako, parang alanganin. Because Negros is land of hacienderos and hacienderas. Pag nag-offer ka ng agricultural products, kailangan related doon sa sugarcane. Kung hindi ka doon papansinin. Parang tanga ka lang nagbebenta sa sa kanila. Pero hindi nila that time ng 2020, mga last quarter ng 2019, tumawag ko kay Sir Jubel. Yung isa din sa mga program manager ng DOST Hive sa TUP. Sabi ko, magkikwit na ako. Sabi niya, antay lang sir, baka magkikik pa. Wala kaming funding, di ba? Parang yung startup na walang funding or grant something, talagang mamamatay ka in the first year. Second year is the most na makasurvive ka. And sabi niya, antay-antay lang. Exactly March 2020, may tumawag sa akin yung BFAR. Sabi niya, sir, di ba nakadeliver na kayo ng isang aquaponic system? Sabi ko, isa lang, oo. Pwede mo ba ma-replicate ulit? Doon nag-start. Yung parang kick ko nung pandemic time. Hanggang sa the whole year of the 2020, talagang kumikita kami. The rest nagsasara. Pero hirap din kami kasi walang materials, walang mobilization. And hirap kami kasi kahit ipamimigay na lang yung materials eh. Hirap ka maghanap ng labor. Buti na lang nagawan ko ng paraan. On that area also sa akin, doon na lang kukunin ko yung mga laborer. So, 2020, nag-expand, 2021.
Ito si IF, no, sir? Si IF to.
Si IF.
IF.
Green Technologies.
Green Technologies. Yung parang focus on the urban farming.
Yes. Tapos, 2023, nag-apply po ako sa partnership. Nandun ako sa UPISI. At nung pumunta ako ng Manila, na may nakausap ko undersecretary ng DILG, doon na binigyan ako ng hint na merong project. Sabi niya, ano yun sir? Biya, yung urban farming, parang hapag daw ng DILG. Baka maturuan mo kami kung paano. So, nag-draft kami. So, luckily, parang una, hindi pa. Kasi I've started in Bacolod only. Buti na lang shout out pala kay CD.
Shout out.
CD yan at si Sir Greg yung nagbigay sa akin ng parang break din sa DILG na nung meron pala kaming 12 barangay pa lang ng una na meron urban farming na sinusupport ng IF Green out of DILG. Pero nung na-present namin, nagawa namin na parang nag-explore into 61 barangay na yung sa Bacolod City. Right now, yung kagandahan is not only barangays but subdivisions also. Yung nagiging explore namin. Tapos yung at the time pala ng 2023, doon pala na-push yung si Green Solution because may pondo na kami, may kita na kami. Meron na kami R&D. So nakita ko sila na meron pala dito sa coastline nagsa-start ng algae. Pero nagsa-start na ako ng algae din na study for biodiesel. Pero nakuha namin yun. Talagang maganda yung produkto in terms of paper. But in terms in reality, hindi ka makakatanggap ng clientage because isipin mo, yung worth niya pagkatapos ng production, yung cost niya is 65 pesos versus at that time 50 pesos ng fossil fuel. So, kung ikaw ba naman, hindi mo pa na kahit sabi mo blue energy or biofuel, malinis na enerhiya, alternative fuel, kahit ganun campaign mo hindi. It's because reality in Philippines, kung hindi ka mas mabababa sa
Yes, of
pinakasanayan, wala ka.
Economic pa rin.
Yes, economic pa rin.
Ayun. So, grabe pala ang buong story ang
Opo.
buong kwento from
Maubos yung oras natin. Sinabi ko yung turning point po ng Green Solution.
pero clarify lang natin, sir. So, ngayon, full-time startup founder na kayo.
Opo.
So, talaga umalis na kayo dun sa corporate jobs and now you're a full-fledged entrepreneur.
Yes.
Kamusta naman yun, sir, na ngayon, kayo, full-fledged entrepreneur? Kamusta yung buhay na yun? And parang, ano yung parang drive nyo to really do this pa? Ano yung parang motivation nyo talaga?
First, una nakikita ko, kasi kung pag sabihin mo yung entrepreneurship, parang hawak mo yung oras mo. Sabihin mo, as ako, startup founder ko, hawak ko yung oras ko, magagawa ko yung mga iba. Hindi. Nung time na yun, parang nagkasakit pa ako sa puso. It's because stress ka. Una.
Hindi ka na 8 to 5, 24/7 ka na.
Yes. So, mali eh. Dapat kung startup ka, yun ang critical moment mo yung first 1 into 2 years. Kasi, una, maghahanap ka ng market. Pangalawa, maghahanap ka ng pangsahod ng Third is R&D mo. Kung hindi magiging perfect yung project mo, bagsak ka. Isa lang, wala na. So, yun ang mga critical moment ng as a entrepreneur. Pero di ko naman na dinidiscourage sila. Inviting them, nakaya ko nga, kayo pa. Pero, yun nga, sabi ko, parang, iba eh. Iba yung sa corporate, pag 8 to 5, pag sinigawan ka ng boss mo, hanggang 5 lang yun. 5:01 and private na. Bahala ka din sa buhay mo. Walang overtime. Pero, pagbalik mo naman 8, yun na naman yung problema. Parang, yun nga, yung agreement namin with my coworker, kung may problema ka sa bahay, iwan mo dyan sa guardhouse, pagpasok mo. Balikan mo na pag-uwi. Huwag mo dalhin dito kasi may maraming problema dito, lalo na sa automotive industry. Yun.
By the way, Sir Ian, may ba kayo, parang co-founders or teammates dito sa Green Solutions and kay IF?
Si IF, OPC pa rin.
OPC, okay.
Wala pa rin eh. Meron nag-attempt dati, naganap ako ng investor or magiging partner ko, but parang lalamunin niyo yung company. Nakita niya kasi may opportunity na merong pera. So, natakot din ako. Sabi ko, nung nag-start nga ako, wala akong kapital. Paano na kaya nag-grant na? Binigyan ako ni Miss Mylene. Ma'am, thank you po. Kailang DOCP-kan. Siya naglaban sa akin doon. Parang, yun din ang bigay na glip din sa IF Green na nagkaroon ng pondo. So, yung opportunity na instead po na yun yung concentration mo, parang nagkaroon ka na ng to expand, naisip mo na kung anong plano mo, and facing ng company mo, kasi yung direction natin is to scale up eh. So, yun, yung mga turning points po namin na as a startup company po.
And basically, parang kasi OPC man, pero you're working with partnerships with the government,
yes,
LGU.
Correct,
so, parang OPC man yung startup, pero ang dami naman yung parang connections. Yun yung talaga nagpapagana dun sa startup din.
Parang dati yung aim ko magkaroon ng 100 employees, more than that. Kasi para marami akong mahawakan. Pero sakit sa ulo pala. Kahit mag-50 lang. So, ginawa ko, parang I'm very good in terms po on how to solve a problem. Yung problema ko dati, sahod eh. Yun ang nabiruan. Tapos, malaki ang income namin from January to September, papuntang October, pat the end of the year, meron kang bonuses. Parang dun din nahihigop eh. So, pinag-aralan ko on how, kasi merong isang parang minumodel ko na Japanese company na billion dollars of revenue yung napapasok sila every year, but 5 lang sila. Tapos meron na chain of businesses. Kaya
actually, that's the
doon na
dream.
yung parang naisip ko rin na hindi mo pala kailangan ng maraming tao, which is na pwede naman pala na maka-earn ka same amount of money versus sa 5-man team versus dun sa 100-man team.
Yes. Actually, I totally agree with that. Kasi kaya din naman yung mga ibang startups nagpaparami ng employees for the size and for the valuation. Pero parang, come to think of it, yan yung mga lean startups na you don't really have to have a big team. Basically, you just take what you really need to operate. And then, like, in what take away ko nga, really leverage on the partnerships, on the network that you can, But speaking of those partnerships, sir, paano nyo nga ba, maybe serendipitous din, pero parang paano nyo nga ba na attract or paano nyo nga ba nakukuha yung mga ganyang partnerships? Or are you also actively looking pa talaga sa kanila? Or dumadating lang din talaga sila?
Actually, same din yun paghanap ng ng market mo or client mo. Parang na-attract sila because of what you do.
Okay.
Paano mo nagawa? Na-attract yung mga investors mo at yung magiging partners mo in the future because of your product is really working. The ideas of the company is really working. Kasi nga, pagpunta nila sa ibang lugar, nandun ka. Pagpunta nila doon sa Palawan, nandun ka. Imagine, wala po akong isang kakilala doon sa Palawan. But nagpartner po kami ng Tribong Kuyo noon. Hopefully na magkaroon po ng planta doon ng VCO, which is na meron na, nag-i-exist. But another player is, good thing na po, naging partner natin yung mga indigenous people. Sila din may hawak ng malawak na lupain doon. So definitely, hindi ka talaga mag-fail kung maganda yung programa na ibibigay mo rin sa kanila. So,
value for value.
Value din ba? Yun yung namin. Sila din magtatakbo ng planta, mag-guide lang kami. At yung si Green Solution talagang yung direction is to have a scale up doon din sa area. Magsa-start ng small, then is scale up. Parang yung ginawa namin, parang technology transfer din.
Yes.
From our side, going to the community po para maka-avail din sila ng jobs para sa kanila.
Yeah. So basically talaga nakalatag dyan si Green Solutions. Ito yung innovation, ito yung gagawin natin, and then kung sino ma-attract, kung anong communities mapuntahan, go. Kumbaga.
Yes,
But
yes po.
you put it out there.
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
And speaking of that, sir, so siguro wrap up na natin tong conversation natin. Thank you, sir, sa pagkwento ng inyong story din, So ano nga ba yung parang actions nyo pa now into the future? So are you more on the R&D, maybe on the innovations pa, or maybe looking for communities na magagamit pa ng inyong technology? So ano na ba yung parang future and maybe yung farther vision pa ni Green Solutions?
Well, yung target market namin na-achieve for this year, almost malagay natin sa gross profit namin ngayon maganda. Even the first quarter of this year, even the IF Green and the Green Solution.
By the way, sir, yung profit nyo, isa nang gagaling mismo? Saan?
Mostly sa mga clients din namin, sa government side, mga project.
Okay.
And the same time sa...
B2G pala ito, B2G.
Parang yung opportunity, parang nag-knock prior sa election. So, yun ang kagandahan. Bahala na mag-change ng administration, but still, nandun ka na, nagkaroon na kayo ng agreement between two partners po. Sa amin kasi, yung iniisip namin ngayon, yung target ko na client, parang dati sabi ko, I'm good with 5 LGUs. Parang nakaka-addict din. Kasi, parang nag-stop ka na dyan, merong tumatawag na sabi niya, hindi ka pa na, yun nga kagabi may isang mayor nga na kaibigan din namin sa ako daw yung problema, di na ako pumupunta sa kanya. Sabi ko, lagay natin yung yung programa natin sa waste management. Pero sabi niya, hindi ka naman lumalapit sa amin. Hindi, dyan ka pa rin. Inuna mo pa yung iba. So parang nagsiselos din. Sabi ko, they have a pending po na karoon 3 city pa na malalaki in Negros na kailangan pa nilagyan po ng waste management po. Sa Green Solution na part. Sa IF Green, I would like to take this opportunity also na hopefully, madagdagan po yung 10,000 barangays na i-cover natin sa HAPAG project for this year. Hopefully na malabas yung memorandum of agreement between sa DILG National at sa IF Green Technologies na kasi parang na-left behind na rin yung project nung nag-change ng administration because of this election. So, binigyan po ako ng memorandum na bibigyan ng letter si DILG on how we can work it out na maging malatag natin by this year at how much po yung project.
Ayan. So, going strong actually
going
si
strong
IF
pa rin.
and si Green Solutions. And ayun, thank you so much, Sir Ian,
Thank you po.
for sharing about startups. If our listeners want to know more about you, Sir Ian, and maybe they want to know more, they want to partner up maybe with kay IF or kay Green Solutions. So how can they know more? Maybe you can lead them to social media channels or website. So go ahead, sir. Invite them.
Please like and share my page, greensolution.ph, and also sa IF Green Technology. Buti na hindi ako nagre-reels. Kasi para may income ako doon. Pero wala. You can reach me my email ad i.solas@me.com. And also I would like to take this opportunity magbigay ng advice sa my fellow startup din po. Must have faith. Yun lang po yung una, faith sa kung anong reliyon ka man. Hingi ka ng tulong sa kanya. Tapos have faith with your product. Kasi ikaw ang gumawa nun eh. 'Di ba? Have faith with your market. Ikaw din nakikita kung saan mo dadalhin yun. And have faith na mag-scale up ka. Yun lang.
Have faith. Pagtiwala din.
Pagtiwala lang.
Ayun.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
thank you sa mga nakinig. Salamat.
Thank you po.
Thank you very much to our 57 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskXPH Academy, our official e-learning partner, get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner, early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Gumdrop Lab, creating scalable apps to transform your ideas into digital experiences. Cloud CFO, tech-forward cloud-based accounting service provider for businesses. Cloverly Tech, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body BTs, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. HKB Digital Services, tech-based business tools including payroll, ticketing, and loyalty rewards. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. SchoolTech, all-in-one AI-integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They are offering a referral program for anyone who can bring in new clients. Let us know if you know any Western-based business that might have a need. Britana, cloud-based enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits a small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design company for emerging markets. Fail Coach, business training, coaching, and consulting for startups and SMEs who are scaling or finding product market fit. Drive Manila, Philippines' largest peer-to-peer car rental community. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car sharing marketplace. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. DVCo Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGUs, real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. This episode is powered by Pareto Consulting, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Wistless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohe Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Kazam, Code Sham, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.